Okay. So what I was telling is like yesterday we were discussing about the attributes. We have two types of attributes. One is display attribute and one is by default when you create an attribute by default it will be a display attribute. Okay. What is the purpose of these attributes? We can use these attributes in your reporting purpose. You can use these attributes in your reporting purpose. Okay. That means, as we know that InfoCube has drill down, drill across functionality. Means we can drill down the data with respect to the dimensions. Okay. So by default, if we set the attribute as a navigation attribute and if we use that in the report level, it is only used for your display purpose. It is only used for your display purpose. There is no drill down or drill across functionality on display attribute. If you want to have a have a functionality of the drill down, drill across for the attribute value, then we have to set that attribute as a navigational attributes. Okay. Then in the report level, we use that attribute for your drill down and drill across. Okay, fine. Yesterday we have created the attributes. And also I have told you that if you are trying to load your master data, we have to load separately as a text, separately as an attribute, and separately as a hierarchies. We cannot load everything at a time. So you should have separate data source for each and every master data type. Okay. So yesterday we have created the attributes for your customer ID. For your customer ID, we have created the attribute. So just I'll try to open it. So go to your repository. Repository is the place where we create all our objects. Okay, and this is my info area. Under that info area, I have a characteristics. Under the characteristics, I have a customer ID, right? If I double click on this customer ID, right? So if you go to attribute tab, I have maintained two attributes: customer address and customer phone number. Okay, but guys, one thing. Okay, I'll remove this one because when you create this, what is your this thing data type as? It should be the num_c. It should be the num_c, and length I will say 10. Activate it. Okay, fine. Because once we do the changes, it will not allow us to change the structure. Fine, no issues. No problem. So what I do, let's select this. Remove. Okay, I'll add a new one.
Yes.
What is that? Z. Z ZG customer phone number and G15. Okay, right. Customer phone number. Okay, and info object type as characteristics only, and data type is numc. I'll use as a numc. Finish. Okay, and length is 10. Okay, that's fine. And activate it. And activate it. Activation running, edit not possible. You can see that option. Okay, that's fine. Activate, the object is activated. Warnings fine. Warnings fine. There should not be any error. Okay, fine. Now I have created my master data objects in my primary key. Customer is my primary key. In that I have my attributes, customer address and customer phone number. Okay, and then if you go to general tab, and also I'll use as a text here. I have to select the text so that we can also maintain the master data text. Okay, what master data text we have to like if you want to maintain short, medium, long description, then you have to select all the three. If you want to load short, medium and long text, then we have to select all the three options. Okay, I'll use all the three. Okay, fine. Good. Now what is my object name here? What is my object name? Z CID underscore Z, this one, right? Go to your info area. Okay, where we can find our info object?
Info area, sir.
In which info area? Where all we can create info area?
Info provider we can create.
Okay, you are saying that we can see that in the info provider, right? So I'm in info provider. Right click, provide your info object name, search. Right, you got here. Fine. Can you see what it is? Under info object, I have attributes and text separately. I have attributes and text separately. Fine. Now I'll maintain the data for these things. Okay. Batch 15. Okay, let's open one of the files. Okay, fine. Whenever we are loading, so I'll create first attribute file. I'll create a attribute file first. Okay, so just I'm saving the file. CID underscore attr. Okay, save it. That's fine. Fine. Now, whenever I'm maintaining the master data for attribute, first column should always be your primary key. First column should always be your primary key. Yes, CID. That's good. Then customer address and customer phone number. C101. Okay. Say I'll try to load around 5 records. Hyderabad. Okay. Some phone number. Mumbai. Some phone number. Delhi. Some phone number. Pune, some phone number. Okay. Chennai, some phone number. Okay. And then what are the Lucknow, some phone number. Save it. Save the file. Save the file. Okay. Whenever you're loading the data for master data attribute, whenever we are loading the data for master data attribute, first column should be your primary key, then your attributes. In this case, I have attribute as customer address and customer phone number. Okay, fine. Now I have to create my, so what is my data flow? Okay, first step is, what is my business case? Loading master data attribute from flat file. Okay, fine. So what are the steps? First step is, make sure you create info object with attributes. That is your first step. Second step. Okay, next, create data source. What is the steps here we have to do? RSA1, modeling,
Source data.
data source, select your application component, right click, create data source. See where I am into RSA1, modeling, data source, select your application component, okay, if I come here, okay, right click, create data source, fine. Give the name of your data source, Z Guru underscore master data underscore, for which object? Customer ID. What type of master data? ATTR, attribute. Give some naming convention, data source name, and select the data source type. What I have to select over here? What data I am trying to load?
Master data attributes, sir.
Right, so I have to select master data attribute. Then click on continue. Okay,